on YouTube here. And, it's very interesting. I'm wondering why that would cause that error. No, not YouTube set title. Not ads. It should be in my startup, which I'm having trouble reading everything right now, so I mean, thought it might be Crimson Butterfly. It is not Crimson Butterfly. It is Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. Although I would like to do Crimson Butterfly at some point, because as it turns out, I actually really like Fatal Frame games. Things I wouldn't have learned until recently. Bros Band with the first. How you doing, mate? Mate, I don't understand how you are up. Every time I look, you are up. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is. You just go until you drop, don't you, buddy? Regardless, cheers. Too spooky for you? I used to think that too, but then I realized a lot of it's very silly. It's very good though, honestly. I really like it, at least for 4. You know, I can't speak to the other games, but I really like the atmosphere. Where's the Discord streaming alert? Fetch URL. Yeah, why is that hard-coded to... That's silly. I don't know why it's hard-coded to that. Oh good, really need to change profile pic and what is sleep? Yeah, fair. This is the reminder. If you choose first, you are getting put in the spotlight. This is the reminder, folks. Personally, I don't care. Anyway, let me edit this so it's actually showing the right YouTube link. Just pop this in here. There's got to be a way for me to do this without like having to like edit messages or anything like that on where I can like just drop the link to whatever I'm doing in here. But unfortunately, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. So I guess I could just link to like the home or like the channel page. That's an option. But that's not ideal. So we'll just leave it at that for the moment. Got an ad when you're joining in. Yeah. Love getting a shit ton of ads. Love how I can't do anything about that. Hasn't Made in a Blackwater still not gotten a physical release in the US? If it didn't get one on the Wii U, then I don't think so, no. But I haven't done that much research into Made in a Blackwater. I do want to do more research into that, but we're getting there. Slowly. Okay. I'm being pinged in like 5 places. I am exiting out of those and throwing my phone on the bed so I don't look at it. No camera today. I just don't feel like dealing with setting up my camera. So here's the problem, right? I realized something recently. Part of what I did when I was streaming was I made things as frictionless as possible for me to get started streaming, because I knew I was going to run into technical issues and it was going to be exhausting and all this stuff. And I've now... So I would have my studio lights set up. I had everything hooked up on the desk or standing or on a stand or whatever. Except for my camera, and so all I would have to do would be take out my camera, put it on the desk, line everything up, and then go into my scripts, and I had scripts set up that would auto-start a bunch of stuff, so it was pretty easy for you to... I'm just yelling about random stuff. Made in a Blackwater, I don't believe has gotten a physical release, unless it got one on the Wii U. In the US, they kind of shafted the series after a while, because it wasn't as popular as they were hoping it would be. Everybody hopped on Call of Duty trains, it's just what happened. Current plan, staying awake until about 7-ish a.m., sleep till 2 p.m., go to work by 3:30, and attend the bar till about midnight. Hey, you know what? That sounds like a good day to me, honestly. Europe only physical on the Wii U. Yeah, then probably not. Unless there is a... I don't know, maybe there is. Hold on. Because it got released on the Switch, so maybe there's a Switch physical release, but I doubt it. It also got a PS5 release, but I don't expect that to actually have a physical. Yeah, it was re-released on the Switch. Hi, Ari. You're a little tipsy. Take care. Have a safe stream. Get some good ghost photos. Thank you very much, Ari. You have a good night. Be safe. Have a good time at the party. Take care of yourself, alright? Stay safe. I will be here chilling for a little bit. But yeah, it's a good question. I don't know if we got a physical of Maiden of Blackwater in the US. We may not have. Let me check if you can buy a physical of it. Maiden of Blackwater on Nintendo Switch. I realize first-party retailers probably, like, Nintendo is not very good at selling their games. In general, they just kind of hope that people go, "It's Nintendo!" and then buy it, but... What do you mean I wasn't born on the 80th day of June? I'm saying only digital. So it's entirely possible that they just didn't. Wish you were too, but it was raining. I didn't feel like riding my bike in bad weather. Yeah, that's why I didn't go out hiking today. Otherwise, I probably would have gone out hiking this morning. But anyway, there was some bugs that I was trying to fix earlier, and I figured I may as well fix them on stream. I was over at a friend's house for a majority of the day. We sat and played Sonic Shuffle, which, if anybody's never played it, is basically Mario Party, but with Sonic characters, and honestly kinda more mean. Less random, more mean. Let's try the Proton Experimental and see if that fixes it. So there appears to be an issue with the FMVs playing in the background on the title screen. I can't say if those issues appear anywhere else. But, yeah, that seemed to be a problem. 6-hour-long games if things go wrong. Yeah, we played for about 2 hours and we only did 4 Precious Stones, so that shows you how bad it was. Didn't help that somebody decided they were going to pull us all way the hell away from the last Precious Stone, so that basically doubled the length of the game. Still fun, though. First time I played it, I enjoyed it. But like I was saying, and I will turn off the music once we get in here, but for the moment, I just want to see if this is going to bug out again or if it's going to be fixed. Because sometimes running it through Proton GE works fine and fixes a lot of games, other times it makes it worse. Ooh, this is worse than it was. This is a vibe, but it's not the one I want. Alright. Alright, hold on, let me check Proton TV. See if anybody's got fixes for this. Yeah, lovely colors. This is somehow worse and better than it was before. Before it was just a bunch of colors everywhere. So if I've got to deal with this, see, now I'm thinking about Maiden of Blackwater. I must type Maiden of Blackwater. Somebody's got it hooked up as platinum. That's PlayStation button prompts. I don't care about that. Significant bugs. GE Proton for video playback. Okay, but I'm having the same issue with experimental. So let's try 9.0 or 8.05? I don't know. Kept getting black screens with regular Proton. This was a year ago, so... I don't remember how to... Okay. I'm gonna try this once. Let me try something. The real version of Eels on Escalators has 2 different restart the game cards. My sister and I hate it. Yeah, that's horrible. Don't do that to people. That's just terrible. Okay. Forbes article. Yeah. Do I have Pip on here? I don't remember. Yes, I do. Okay. Let's see if I can find it. This environment is externally managed. To install, try Pac-Man. Okay. Let's see if I can even find it. We're gonna do a bit of looking around. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's Proton Up QT. That's what I was missing. Maybe not. Maybe. Oh, this is on AUR, so it's gonna be EA. Sure. Clean build packages don't show any differences. It's fine. Let me read up on this. Pip is Python package manager. Actually need to check what my Python or what my Steam Proton directory is. I think it's the same as this, but I might be wrong. So it's not gonna be root, but we'll be able to go into .steam. Where is it? Root compatibility tools D. Yeah, okay, it is exactly where that is. Perfect. Love when I don't have to go fishing around for something. Yes, install. Go for it. Just a shit ton of Python files. Okay, it's just not gonna do it, fine. Let's just do it this way then. Just see if I can get the latest version of GE, because I haven't updated this. I haven't updated my version of GE in like a year. So it's never a bad thing to do. For anybody who has no idea what I'm doing, Steam, so I run my games on Linux, which means that I use programs to convert games that are meant for Windows to games that will work on Linux. And it does this in real time, more or less. It's a little bit more complex than that. But what it means is that effectively I'm using a program called Wine to do that. Well, Steam has their own specialized version of Wine, which is called Proton, and it's specifically for games. It specifically is like optimized for games. And so Proton has a community managed version that has very specific updates that are for like new games called GE, Glorious Egg Roll is what it's short for, which is just a nothing term. He is, in fact, going over that cliff. Ah! I love the scream. The fucking terror. How you doing, Rookie? We're vibing right now. I'm trying to fix something, but we should be good to go later. Depending on how long this takes. If it's real bad, then I just will not worry about the video, because I have video of the original game that I can go watch. And I don't really need to see graphical updates to this. Although it is nice to see the graphical updates. It's not required. Doing alright. Getting on ER here soonish. I gotcha. Hope you have fun. Alright, let's try this again. Hope everybody's having a good night. Or a good day if it's that time of the year, or that time of the day for you. I don't know if we got anybody here tuning in from Australia, or China, or Japan, but who the fuck knows. Much as you can? Yeah. Felt that. Hold on, cancel. Properties, compatibility. Let's use 832 and let's just see what happens. I'm not opposed to just playing through this and dealing with the janky video That's not a big deal for me, really. Like I said, if I need to look stuff up, I can just look stuff up. Or I can try and fix this later. But I don't want to, like, spend forever doing this, you know? Okay, it did remember my settings. Good. Koei Tecmo Games. You know, when this was put out, I'm pretty sure it was just... Was it just Tecmo? Or was it just Koei? Whoa! Okay, yeah, this is what it looked like before. I'm gonna not worry about it. This isn't worth fretting about. Temco. Anyway, apologies for everybody's eyeballs right now. But this is what we got to work with for the moment. So, sit back, relax, get yourself a drink, and we'll get working on this. Oh yeah, I forgot that I had the radio compressor filter on. That a little bit better for you? Finally off your phone and on your laptop, you're ready for stream? Hell yeah. Alright, well I'm gonna mute music. And I'll bring it back up as needed, because this is a very atmospheric game. And now for some reason it's... Okay, this is weird. I'm gonna probably play this in a windowed mode, but give me a moment while I set up my other instance of OBS, which I'm going to be using to record things. So now we've got a replay buffer here, and let me see how much my computer decides to hate me right now. The answer right now is not as much as I expected, so that's good. Tango's got good emotes. I forgot Tango has really good emotes. By the way, if you want to see somebody actually play horror games, well, go watch Tango. Tango Mushi's good. Pretty sure that's how you spell her name. Yeah, there we go. Go check out Tango. Tango's good. Oh, holy shit, I forgot you can... I have my controller set up so you can control the cursor with it. Mickey, how you doing, bud? Hope you're taking care of yourself. Let me try and Alt-Tab one more time. Well, before I do that, everybody who's just coming in, check out this sick loading, or this sick title screen. That's definitely not bugged. It's not the developer's end, it's my end, but it is funny to look at. Alright, how's volume for everybody? Everybody good? Probably gonna get a little bit louder than this, let's be real. I had so many audio issues with the Wii version trying to record it, it wasn't even funny. Let me swap to graphics settings. I'm going to swap to windowed... Let's just do 1920 by 1080, because I don't think that there's any like other really reasonable resolutions out there. That's fine for me. Tole Kekmo. He said Kek, get him out of here. Turn down my microphone a little bit. 4x3. I'm not putting it in 4x3. I already did that. I have footage of that. This is Pokemon Snap, but for theater kids. Congrats, Mickey, you have guessed what my next video is. I will admit that one. That's like half of the video. Alright, let me, I'm gonna turn this off and I'm gonna put it, yeah, we'll just do this. There we go. Alright. That'd be a banging title. That might be the new title, honestly. That's really good. I'm writing that one down. Pokemon Snap for theater kids. That might be a stream title at some point. Hope everybody's been doing well, though. 1x2 resolution. That's, you see that for, like, film. Unless I'm getting things backwards. I'm also going to be taking notes, so if I get quiet and just pause the game out of nowhere, that's what's happening. So, big chill stream today. For anybody who's asking why I'm not taking notes on screen, it's because I've got a physical pen. I've been getting into fountain pens and writing lately, and inks, and doing a bunch of other stuff. I actually started drawing again, which is kind of wild, because I haven't done anything drawing-wise since, like, middle school. But, listen to this. Crunch. Big ol' snap on that, pen. By the way, there's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime space event to look forward to, although the date is not known, but it's a nova in the constellation of Corona Borealis. Ooh. Alright, we're taking a second here. Bro's band has sufficiently distracted me. That is gonna be gorgeous. View nova explosion. Star system 3,000 light years away from Earth. Is predicted to become visible to the unaided eye soon. Let me pin this for later. T. Coronae Borealis last exploded in 1946, and astronomers believe it will do so again between February and September 2024. Star system normally magnitude plus 10, which is far too dim to see with the unaided eye, will jump to magnitude plus 2, which will be of similar brightness to the North Star Polaris. And I'm just looking at where it is. Yeah, Corona Borealis, next to Hercules. I think I know where this is in the sky, although I'd have to look a little bit harder again. That's cool. Hell yeah. Original prediction was around January 2024. So some point. It's not really, like, set in stone, but I'm sure I'll see something on it. I usually try to keep a vague eye on stellar events. That's exciting, though. Hell yeah. Anyway. Back to really buggy-looking title screen. And before it's our sun. If our sun has a nova, the good news is we won't know about it until it's far too late. I'm just gonna go on normal again. All three ghosts are visible. Could probably do about here. Oh man, I get to experience this on my nice monitor too. Hell yeah. I just got a new monitor. I've been buying a lot of stupid shit because I got a tax refund that was like $6 grand. Earth would be doomed far before it, yeah. The good news is this video seems fine. Before I jinx myself saying that, but you know. Let me open up another window capture here. On my second OBS setup. No crop. No cap. Oh, there it goes. That's not good. It's like half working. I think there's a specific filter that they're putting over something that's bugging it out. You only got $29. Well, I got $6 grand because I bought an electric car last year that was worth a lot of money that I'm going to be paying back over the next 5 years. Apologies. Give me a moment to mess around with some audio stuff. It just came up on my other thing. My other OBS setup is now blasting the music as loud as possible again. No, shush. I don't want to double hear it. I just want to get the audio. I think where there's some being a class G main sequence, it could just shrivel up into a dwarf. That's also an option. Our sun's kind of in a weird spot for that. Alright, let me... Yeah, it'll definitely be on a red giant stage, and we'll probably get swallowed up before we actually see what happens. That's the real thing. And anybody who doesn't like talking about the inevitable death of everything, well, sorry. But yeah, I enjoyed this game a lot more than I thought I would, so... I wanted to give the remake a go. Can I pop out this chat so I can just have it on the side? And the YouTube chat. Which is naturally not gonna fucking work. Sorry, getting set up is always a struggle. I have too many moving parts and need to just learn how to not make things more complex for myself than I really needed. But, this is probably part of why I don't streaming it. This is what I was talking about earlier. Part of the big thing with streaming is being able to reduce that friction for yourself. Like, you need to be able to reduce the friction it takes to get into streaming, you know? Hopefully we don't eradicate ourselves before then. Yeah, we'll see what happens. If we don't eradicate ourselves before then, we're probably going to be multisolar. I could see that happening for sure. But, you know. Okay, so there's like a... It's like a film grain effect over everything. I like these streams, they feel real. I mean, they are real, but it depends on in what sense you mean. It's just me talking to a fucking microphone, dude. I think part of it is like realizing it's... Yes, I'm here to entertain people to some extent, but also it's just here to entertain myself as much as anything. When the future is going to be more like Starfield instead of Star Wars. I sure hope not. Maybe the zero gravity will work. Ooh, okay, this feels slower than the original, but that might be because... I also didn't look at the controls. But I think they should be kind of intuitive. After that, we'll have the Milky Way Andromeda collision to worry about surviving. That one I'm not as worried about, because it's going to be two giant balls of mostly empty hitting each other. Okay. First thing I want to note here is controls. They actually translate as intuitively as I would expect them to. There's a strafe button now, which is nice, because sometimes this doesn't... Oh, okay. No, I see what they did. Okay. Alright. Obviously, we don't have the doodad to take pictures with. All the sounds are actually pretty consistent. I like... Okay, you know what I really like? This, like, light shaft effect on the menu. Yeah, it's kind of annoying, but the gravitational waves are theorized to be cataclysmic for the systems within them. Oh yeah, I don't doubt that. It's gonna rip some shit apart, for sure. But, I think I've got everything set up here more or less how I want. Mouse... I guess I could do keyboard and mouse controls, but that feels even worse than the Wii version. I actually didn't hate the controls on the Wii version. That actually felt pretty good. But let's... I'm gonna go through some of this real quick because I just finished it. I played the whole game start to finish like last month. Well, last month and the beginning of this month, so... We're just gonna keep going here. Exclamation point lads. I actually don't know if ads are gonna work, or if that's gonna be wrong. That might be just wrong and I need to just turn that off, but we'll see. Hold left trigger to run. Quick turn is left stick or right stick? Okay. That's good, because that was actually kind of neat a mechanic. This feels jank as fuck. I don't know what they did. This somehow feels way more jank than the Wii version. And the textures... That's interesting. I don't know if they actually upscaled them that much. Embrace the jank. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. The original was a motion control game. And I enjoyed the hell out of it. It actually felt pretty decent, but... Realism, you have this air of genuineness. I try, man. There's a lot of people out there who are just, you know, they're streaming for their own reasons, and I can respect that to some extent. Look at the fucking vibes. I don't know why this hits. The original hit real hard. This hits just as hard. I'm gonna set up a... Oh, okay, I'm gonna look at the ceiling, I guess. I'm gonna set up a hotkey real quick for the replay buffer. I have it set on F5 right now. Is that gonna interfere with anything in the game? I don't think so. Okay, that's fine then. No, I'm fucking... This game is actually just straight up vibes. And I am going to be comparing a lot to the original, and some of the comparisons probably aren't going to be too fair. But that's just how it's going to be. So Misaki's flashlight on the floor, and then the awkward lean down. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We got to get through a bunch of other shit first. Flashlight illuminates dark areas and helps you investigate your surroundings. Yes, I understand how flashlights work. What's a game you would like to stream but lack the ability to do so? Good question. I don't think there's many games I genuinely lack the ability to do so. Nier Automata is a game I would like to stream more, but I genuinely don't think I could finish that, period, let alone on stream. You gotta come back during those hours. Alright, so now we need to go to the nurse station, which is... if I remember right. Yeah, this is pretty intuitive for somebody who played the original, actually. I'm kind of surprised. I shouldn't be, but I am. Okay, so we only have the first floor. I'm trying to remember where we're at right now. I genuinely don't think that there's many games that I really lack the ability to stream. I've got most of the consoles. I've got a decent chunk of consoles if I really wanted to stream something legitimately. And there's very few games that I would be like, yeah, I'm not paying for that. Pokemon Snap is actually one of those. Although I did recall that it is a WiiWare game, so I do have a copy to run on a console. It's just not... I'm not buying a Nintendo 64 specifically to play Pokemon Snap. Because, frankly, I have very little interest in N64 games. Like, yeah, sure, I can pick up Mario 64. I could pick up any number of other things. But N64 games, I guess, technically, if I want to play most of them. Things that don't run particularly well on emulators, I guess I may struggle with, depending on how expensive the game is to pick up. There's not a ton. But going back to what I was saying earlier, and I keep cutting myself off by getting distracted by random shit. Or just interesting messages in chat, honestly. One of the big things that I found was very useful when I was streaming more was reducing the amount of friction that happens. That just looks gorgeous, God. I don't normally gush about graphics, but they kind of fucking nailed it here, actually. But friction is a big thing. By that I mean making it easier for you to get yourself streaming. So when I was streaming consistently, I had my studio light out constantly, because I stream from my bedroom. So just having my studio light out constantly on its stand is a lot of space to take up. It's just a ton of space to take up, but I was willing to make that sacrifice even though I don't have that much space in my room. Oh cool, they've actually got subtitles for this bit now, because the Wii version with the translation patch, they didn't. So it was just random noises that were being played, and I was like, I don't speak Japanese. Nani yattenda yo? But reducing friction, I think, has been a big thing for me. So, you know, keeping my studio lights up, keeping my camera nearby, having scripts so that I could set up streaming relatively quickly. Even if things broke, I could get started easily. Because the hardest part is obviously getting started, same as anything else, especially when you're doing creative stuff or just stuff that requires a lot of effort. It's hard to get started. And that's almost always the hard part. Increasing friction with WD-40. Exactly. Increasing friction with sandpaper. Oh, I need to do the stupid thing. Please let me do the stupid thing. Yes! But that's something that I've sort of applied to a lot of things. But I've also taken down my studio lights, and I don't have my camera. It's about as close to me as it would have been otherwise, but if without putting up studio lights and setting up all this other stuff, I realized the most frictionless way to get me to stream, which I've been trying to do for the past 2 weekends, but I've just been tired or otherwise busy, has been to just be like, you know what, I don't need a camera, it's just me and a fucking game, and that's it. You know? Mario, please, you're our only hope. I will say, somehow the controls, at least on initial messing around, feel worse. Mario, please, you're our only hope. No, well then, we are truly doomed. Yeah, I fucking love that so much. It's easily one of my favorite things you could do. Hey, we're getting Paper Mario, though. We are getting Paper Mario, the Thousand Year Door remake, and that's coming out in May? Right? May? It's gonna be May? I don't know if I'm going to play it immediately, but I do want to play it at some point. And some point could mean any number of things. Yeah, hi, Georgia. Mario, you're our only hope. Yeah, May. It's gonna be May. There you go. Georgia gets it. I've got the YouTube chat open for anybody else who's confused. It should put up like a bot message that just says, "Hi, I'm reading 2 chats." June for Loogie, yeah. This is a banger, honestly. Love this. I love that they kept like the janky fucking skirt animation. Of course I get it. Georgia, that's so much weirder without the actual emoji or the context. Listen to this shit in the gym. Yeah, it's just good. You should have YouTube open too. Don't sweat it. It's just Georgia right now. I'm not too worried. They kept the same outfit too, which is nice because I really like this outfit. That's why it's good, yeah. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. It's just Georgia. The Georgia. Legend. But yeah, Georgia had her birthday last week. Everybody go be nice to her. Hold on, let me shout you out on YouTube. We could get another troublemaker anytime. That's true. Oh shit. You hit the meme stash. Alright, we got 10 seconds, guys. Let's see what pops up. I think it should pop up. Maybe it won't? Hold on a moment. I will get the meme stash working again. I should turn that one off for the time being, because I had it working, and I think it still works. What is this video? There you go.
I know a lot of you hating motherfuckers want me to fail, but guess what? It ain't happening. You know why? Because I got a motherfucking microwave on my head.
Alright, so that's the meme stash. That is a Twitch channel point redeem that you can provide, and hopefully it functions next time. but that one at least worked. So I have a folder on my computer that I've been saving random video memes to for the past, like, I don't know, probably 6 months or so, and it's not that big right now, but I've tried to save stuff that's not super long, that you can just redeem from the meme stash and send up a video, and if it doesn't work, I'll make sure to play something. Love that idea. Yeah, it's fun. Hey, Rookie. Everybody's moving over to both. Everybody's double chat surfing. Love that for y'all.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! I can't do that right now. I haven't drank enough water today. Anyway, I vaguely know what I'm supposed to be doing for a lot of those games, so I'm just gonna let it do its thing. Chat surfing just so you can say hi to Georgia. Valid. Oh my god! Wah! I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna stay here but say hi to Georgia for me. Brosband says hi, Georgia. I am now chat interpreter. I don't know why you're on YouTube, it's just the link you click. That's valid. There's a reason I put both of them up. YouTube stream quality is gonna be about the same as Twitch's. I could make it better, but it'd technically be violating Twitch TOS. Oh, I gotta look at these paintings and, like, photos. I actually really liked some of these in the original. I'm curious to see what they did. Whoa! That was super pixelated right there. Of course, I guess you don't really see that part. Oh, no, it looks great. Like, this game just looks gorgeous, let's be real. Look at the top of this wood, though. That's super pixelated. I don't know if they just... Did they upscale the texture? They had to. Maybe they didn't upscale all of the textures. Or maybe they used an AI upscaling method. Yeah, like, look at the wood here. I don't know if you can really see it on stream. Top right corner. It looks like they didn't do anything to that. So maybe they only upscaled some of the textures and left some of the other ones alone, because this definitely looks like it's higher quality, but I can't really tell. She's literally me in a horror game. Fair. Wario dies while playing Wario World, and then the universe collapses, and then he dies. By the way, if you guys have things you want to suggest to Meme Stash, please feel free to. Just do it in the suggestion box on the Discord. If you need to see the Discord, !point Discord, !point socials, should point you in the right direction. Oh yeah, that face on the door, I don't know if that was there in the original, but that's fucking creepy, actually. Love that. Yeah, it looks like they upscaled some things and not others, or they used some AI upscaling method that just completely fucked up the wood. But yeah, that's like Minecraft fucking wood. What is that? Or maybe they didn't upscale anything, or only, like I said, either they didn't upscale everything, or they tried to upscale everything and it didn't work. The light switch definitely looks better than the door. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the painting, or the photo here, that looks like it's probably higher quality than it was in the Wii version. The light switch looks like a new addition. That's, like, it's, I mean, like, I've got no anti-aliasing on, which is why it might look a little bit sharper than it probably should. But that's very strange. But yeah, I'm just... Ignore me being a fucking nerd about this, because this is just how I am. Neat camera. Speaking of Minecraft, when did Minecraft stop feeling like Minecraft? Did you get some YouTube videos recommended on that? Because I've seen multiple now. I haven't watched all of them, but I've seen them cross my feed. Beta 1.7.3. Yeah, you know what? That's when I started playing, so that explains why it turned to shit immediately after. Okay, I want to see what these new translations are like compared to the old ones, but I don't know if I have the original stuff that I did. Yeah, starting with 1.8 was pretty... It was different. adventure update was just different. When the players started touching kids. Christ, Georgia. Ugh. Me if I was skinny and Japanese and in a scary house. I don't know anything about this game. It's not a house. It's a hospital. Although it's more like a traditional, like, it's more like a mental hospital, but it's not like what you would consider an asylum. It's kind of similar. It gets weird. Stream flagged. Did I lie? Camera Obscura was created to capture these clues due to the spirit world. Changes in every game. Yeah, the spooky things change. I'll have to compare these again later. Materials used in mask making here on Rogetsu Isle can improve the Camera Obscura's ability to capture the shadowy forms on film. The reason I'm talking about why there's a difference in translations is because the original never came out outside of Japan, but there was a fan translation patch that was finished in, like, I want to say it was like 2009 or something, like not too long after the game came out in Japan, because the European version got canceled. There was originally going to be a European version and it just never came out. But they finished the fan translation and they put it up and there was a patch for it. But of course, that's a fan translation that was done by like 3 or 4 people and had technical limitations and obviously, you know, manpower limitations. Yeah, beta 1.8 was probably when it's when Minecraft changed, I think is the best way to put it. It became much more focused. There was a goal, there was things to do. You know, look at that glass. Oh, that does not look good. Cool camera. I wonder if they kept the same voice lines too. I don't know enough about the voice actors to say whether or not. Ooh. Me. This is why I can't get my photo taken. I just do this. 1.8 introduced hunger bars, sprinting, other shenanigans. It introduced the Ender Dragon. It introduced strongholds. It introduced the new world generation. A lot of things changed. That's a good face. Ghost Pog. Press and hold left trigger while aiming the camera at a ghost. Hold on, I wasn't paying attention. What's the button? Y to take out the camera, right trigger to take a photo, and left trigger while aiming at a ghost to lock one. Give me the pog. Give me the pog face. Oh, that was dumb. That should have worked. What the fuck? Anyway, this is the whole game for anybody who's never played Fatal Frame game before. It's just doing this repeatedly. Surprise, bitch. Yeah, beta 1.8, not 1.8 release. Anyway. I forget exactly what happens. Just you go to the door? Yeah, okay. Yeah, they did not treat those door textures very well. Love that she just passes out. I get it, but also... just like, what am I doing here? It's so nice just having a hotkey to save the footage, especially because I have a replay buffer up. So if I just find something I want to save now, I just hit the replay buffer save, and I've got like the last 3 minutes of footage or something. All right. Let's see if we can get through a few chapters of this at least. I'm probably not going to play this whole thing on stream, but I'm going to get through another chapter or two, and then I'll probably start taking down some notes.
誰も覚えていないことは存在しないことになるのだろうか。私には
That's
小さい
unfortunate.
頃の記憶がない。
Sorry, y'all get to look at the Matrix for the next couple of minutes. Can I
住
skip
んでい
this?
た家のこと。
Nope. There we go. I hate to skip this cutscene because I like this cutscene, but if it's just not gonna fucking load right, I'll look at them later. I'm sure I can go find the actual videos or game files or whatever. They really did a good job on the colors here, in my opinion. Right bumper plus X to start snap mode. If you find an interesting location, take a picture. Okay. What does snap mode do? Here you can freely position... Oh, okay. It's just G-pose from 14. Same thing. Really manipulate characters and ghosts in order to take the perfect picture. In camera operation mode, you can adjust the lens and frame, whereas in character operation mode... Okay, I'm taking notes now because this is funny to me. I find it very entertaining how very video gamey Fatal Frame feels, because that's when I think horror game, I think of something that's going to be immersive. Fatal Frame is not fucking immersive in the slightest, but it still manages to be creepy and get across a really nice vibe. And this is just one of those moments. If it was a 1.8 release where I really stopped being about the exploration and making your own fun. Yeah, it became very much here's a game with a story, you know, with a mode that you're supposed to go through. Anyway, this is Rena, who I can't get a good picture of. There we go. They didn't do too bad on our model. The Wii models looked kind of janky. They kept the same clothes. Yeah, I don't know what they did. If they, like... They had to have tried to upscale some of these textures. Like, they obviously put more attention where it made sense to put attention. But it's very weird. Alright, let me see if I can zip through this bit. Yeah, the turnaround feels really... Look at the camera snap here. Look how jank this is. That feels jank as hell. I think sometimes the clothes seem so J-pop idol rather than... Yeah, this one... Rena's clothes in particular are kind of J-pop idol-y. I actually like Madoka's. Misaki's is good too. I don't know, I don't think that they're bad clothes, but it's always, like, yeah, it does feel a little J-poppy. Oh, yeah, I know it's worse than the other ones. I want to play, and I'm probably not going to do it for the video, because I had a hard enough time starting this one. It was like 3 weeks between starting this game, after finishing the original, because, I was, I for some reason, somebody mentioned Kenshi to me, and I just decided I was going to go play Kenshi, and then I just played Kenshi in my free time for like 2 weeks. Plus, like, going out, I'm learning how to do, I'm like getting set up with woodworking stuff, I'm refurbishing an old hand plane and a bunch of other random crap. But that was what I was doing when I was playing video games instead of working on this. Erroneous Kenshi. I love Kenshi, man. It's a fun game. It's dumb, and it's painful to play sometimes, and it's stupidly slow, but it is fun. Okay. I don't remember which way we go here. Can we go through these doors? Yes. No. Yeah, like weird camera angle shifts. I'm glad that they kept the like weird fade in, fade out camera angle shifts. The camera feels somehow way more janky. I'm not touching the right stick. It somehow feels more janky than in the Wii version, which I didn't expect. Alright, that's locked. What if I just turn around and leave? That's there. Does it just want me to look at the save point? Is that all it wants me to do? Really want to do a multiplayer game on stream sometimes. I don't know exactly why, but I've been thinking more about that lately. That's fair. I mean, for what it's worth, you know, it's not the same, obviously, as having me on the stream, but y'all can always do your own streams as well. Like, if anybody in chat can stream, I can help you get set up for streaming whatever the fuck. And if you want to invite me onto something, and it happens to be on a day that I'm available, I'm happy to join. I just may not be streaming a whole lot more. I was just talking with my friend Richard today about playing Sonic Shuffle on stream at some point, though, so that may come to fruition. What am I supposed to do here? I don't remember anymore. It has been too long since I played the original. Do you go up I went up the stairs, right? And the doors were locked. Yeah, I know, Ruki, and you were appreciated. If I can make it, I will. It's just difficult sometimes to make the time, especially for something like Monster Hunter where there needs to be a lot of prep work, and I don't have that time right now. Currently lack the resources and space to stream myself, unfortunately. That's fair. It's always a little difficult. And I feel that, because I used to be in that position too. It sucks. What is this? Why am I like moonwalking down the steps? They added these goals at the top too that like makes it feel like the game was very objective oriented. You were doing a thing because you saw a thing. You were chasing random people because you saw random people. But having the goals up in the top right kinda makes that feel weird. I'm taking note on that. Especially with the PC market going to crap and becoming highly anti-direct-to-consumer. Yeah, a lot of the PC shit has just been awkward. It depends on the game, obviously, and a lot of other things. If you're just talking about games, or if you're talking about, like, you know, the physical stuff. There's a camera on the floor. Also, this is another thing I kind of like about it, just because it's kind of weird. You reach out to pick up the notebook, and there's somehow more notebook. Like, there's more notes than there were previously. Also, they've translated... Well, transliterated, I guess. Professor S so differently. There was a U on the end in the original translation from the fan team. Hardware? Yeah, I'm not as familiar. On that end, I did just buy and build my brother a computer with some of my tax return, because he had been using my old computer that I built 10 years ago and wasn't very good then. And it took a little bit. We actually had some problems with it. When we were putting it together, apparently my brother had accidentally gotten some thermal paste stuck in between some of the pins on the CPU slot. So I had to try and get some of that out, accidentally pushed down a couple of pins and had to fix those. And it still wasn't starting for a while. Like, it was starting, but it was, like, being really weird. It kept throwing errors out of nowhere. Turns out one of the RAM sticks was bad, which was great, but that took a little bit for me to figure out because it wasn't immediately obvious from the post-test. So we rebuilt the whole thing again, basically. And then I cleaned everything up and handed it over to him, and he says it's been running fine. Although he doesn't care enough. I gave him another monitor, right? Because I got another monitor at the same time that I got all his computer parts. So I gave him my old monitor, and he had it hooked up with his computer, and he just hasn't bothered asking how to hook up his new computer to the old monitor because it's a DisplayPort monitor, and his current card has, or it's not DisplayPort, it's DVI, sorry. It's a DVI connector, and he doesn't have any DVI connectors on the back of his graphics card, and he just hasn't asked me, despite the fact that he was already using the previous monitor, how to hook things up. And it's one of those things I just don't understand about him. If there is a problem, he will not ask for help. If there is an issue, he just won't ask, and it's very frustrating. Nvidia is likely to exit the consumer market soon. That's annoying. But it also makes sense given how they've been pricing their fucking GPUs and how they just don't care. Yeah, if they think there's going to be more money with AI, then they're going to chase the money, which that sucks. And I disagree with it, especially because I don't necessarily think that AI is going to be that good or that relevant of a market in like several years, at least beyond like... I think it's going to be relevant, but I think it's going to be relevant in a way that becomes much more casual. But I'm not going to get into that right now because I got other shit I'm doing. You remembered things but not clearly. Sensation of textures, bursts of pain, vague things that can't be expressed in words. I like that translation, actually. That's good. There's some really weird stuff in here, too. Like, there's... in the original translation, there's stuff where it's just, like, it's just a line that says, ah. Hello, Ryan Gash, typing gibberish. Walker Pierce, if you would. Yeah, I know, the item filament and the fucking... I'm not gonna 100% this. I'm also not gonna rush this a ton. I read that as mad scientist, not mainland scientist at first. Anyway, I realize I'm probably not going to be talking a ton. They've been pricing them high, and they've been prioritizing business research, deep learning, and cloud computing applications for their cards because corporate money is a much deeper well to tap. Yes, turns out the people who keep taking the money have all the money. It's very much a duh moment, but at the same time, I get it. If your prime directive is to make as much money as possible, which it is for any corporation, yeah. That's a picture of him. Which I really love how they've, like, obscured, like, weird parts of the face. Painting is so damaged it can no longer be made out, yeah. Genuinely love that. Also, Ruka, please just turn around, baby. It's okay. Love that you can do that. Islanders found dead. At approximately 4:30 p.m. yesterday, the captain of the Oboromaru docked at Rogetsu Isle reported the depths of reported the deaths of multiple Rugetsu Islanders. All the bodies were found with their hands covering their face, leading the police to fear an outbreak of some kind of infectious disease. No survivors found. The police plan to continue to search the island for those islanders whose whereabouts have yet to be determined while recovering the bodies. Despite everyone on the island being either missing or dead, there were no signs of any conflict or foul play. Faced with nothing to go on but the sudden disappearance of the island's population and without any evidence of natural disasters, the police remain baffled by this bizarre incident. And there you go, that's the whole crux of the story. Why did that happen? How did that happen? And spirit stones. They can be used to upgrade your camera or the flashlight in the case of one of the characters you play as. But yeah, I'm not going to be too focused on 100%ing this. Yeah, that door texture looks bad. Oh, that looks very bad. Yeah. Take a photo. It'll last longer. Is it not? There we go. I forgot how long the Type 7 reload is. God. It's so slow. Oh, and of course I get a headache right as I'm starting this bit. Ooh, ow. Shit, I meant to set up a stupid shit post while I was playing this. I can probably set it up still. Unfortunately, because AMD or NVIDIA pushed RTX and the on-card AI frame rate enhancement so hard, and it was exclusive, built on exclusively their cards and tech. AMD is having a hard time. I will read the rest of that in a moment, when I don't have a weird nurse chasing after me. This feels a lot less threatening combat-wise, but that might just be because it's less cumbersome. Oh, that's weird. There should have been like a moment I could just... no, it's not. It's Friday in California. I wanted to set up something specific for this stream. It's just very stupid. I like how smooth this feels. Because the Wii version was definitely not smooth. Maybe I can't do just frames yet? Is that a thing? You're gonna come out like right fucking here, aren't you? No, it's a specific stupid Yakuza video that becomes very relevant multiple times and kept running through my head whenever I was playing it. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Now, I'm not going to spend this whole time shitposting. I am probably going to get quiet for a little bit while I'm working on stuff. Okay, yep, this is it. Let me download it. Alright, looks like it downloaded. Let me go grab it. Yeah, that's it. That's the video. Let's see if I can get it to play. And let me toss it in, I don't know where to put this. I guess I'll just put it in my OBS shit. Let me put it up here. We'll just put up a normal media source, create new. Don't loop. Don't restart playback when source becomes active.
Okay, got it. No. There's no change in the plan. Bye.
Apologies if that was loud. I can't hear it right now. It's that, and it becomes relevant multiple times. Alright, let me set up a hotkey for that. That was 3. I think it's 3? 3 or 4, probably. I can't really tell. Hotkeys. So I want to show hello. Let's just hit Control Numpad 7. And then Control Numpad 8. And then go to Properties. Restart playback when source becomes active. Close file when inactive. Show nothing when playback ends. Alright, so if I hit Control 7, it don't work. Did I save those hotkeys? Maybe it just isn't working for some other reason. We'll put it on F9. I have it set to... That's weird. I can't set a button to just have it restart playing, I don't think. Okay. So if I just have it... What happens if I have them set to the same button? Can I set it to the same button? And will it just alternate, or is it gonna do something really stupid? Okay. That'll work. I just want that on a hotkey for a couple of moments, because it's funny. Aru. Actually, let me make sure I can hear that.
Aru. Okay, got it. No. There's no change in the plan. Bye.
I don't know why, but like that bit in particular kept running through my head while I was messing around with this. What were we doing? We were running after... Was it Madoka? No, we couldn't open the door. We needed the key to get in. Oh, five masks. That was it. Five Nights at Freddy's. This kid, who I'm not going to bother taking a picture of. Might come across specters. If you hit them, they'll be added to the ghost list. You'll get no point, or you'll get points. This room's kind of vibe. They really nailed the aesthetic of all of this, like minus a couple like weird technical things. Like the wood being not quite right. Note from Madoka, I need to write something, doesn't matter what, gotta keep writing or I'll disappear. So this is pretty similar to how the original translation went, so that's actually pretty good. The piano. Where'd you get that piano? Blast lens. Didn't understand how to use lenses till about 2/3 or about a third of the way through the game, so we'll be fine. Nurse who misplays key. Why are we shaming the ghost? Short version, NVIDIA, and their, sorry, I got caught up in a couple things. AMD is having a hard time catching up. It's going to have an ever tougher battle to come since game devs also use the aforementioned NVIDIA tech since it was so highly pushed. Yeah, because everybody started using mostly NVIDIA tech, and AMD just ended up in a rough spot because of it. Yeah. No, I'm well aware of that. And somebody was bitching about that on Twitter the other day, which I really don't look at Twitter for anything other than, like, the occasional video game thing or shit posts. But every once in a while something will pop up. Yeah, ensure the numbers total up to 13 on the switch in the panel in the storeroom. Yeah, or the dumb shit you send me. That too. I will say the UI, like the sounds that are used for like the UI for like discovering things or and the general aesthetic that I think they pretty much fucking nailed. That being said, I don't know how much of this was a remaster versus a remake. I think this is just a remaster if I remember right, and they're still using the same engine. But yeah, it's NVIDIA has been a little shit for a while. This is why we shouldn't have proprietary technologies become the basis for whole industries. It's just, that's how you cause problems, you know? This is how we end up with large problems occurring. Ruka, look forward, please. It's okay, girl. She just, like, pauses randomly while she's looking around. It's like they tried to keep it feeling kind of jank and, like, sticky, but they didn't do a very good job. I'm just not gonna worry about that. Okay, can't go through that way. I think the masks are right here. Give me that. At least it's better than the Wii versions of 2. I've heard not a lot of good things of the mechanics. I do want to play the Wii version of 2, but it wasn't as relevant for the video, so I chose 4 instead of 2. I will probably get back to you on that one at some point, because I am curious. How that works. My opinion, remake is a really high bar, like a complete overhaul to the original in such a way it almost isn't even the original. Me when I wake up in the mornings. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake. A remake to me would be a remake from the ground up. Whether it's keeping the same original plot or whatever is a different thing. I would consider that almost just a reboot of the series. Like, I don't really consider Final Fantasy VII Remake a remake. It's really more of a reboot. In a lot of senses, it's a rehashing of the same story. But a remake would, to me, involve building the entire game from scratch again. I'm talking, like, from the source code and everything gets changed. I like the film grain effect. You only played the normal PS2 games? Yeah, I haven't played any of those. The Wii one's my first one, which is a very strange choice, but also very normal for me. Remake is more medieval on PS4, whereas the PSP version of it is a reimagining. Well, I think that you're looking at remake versus remaster. Are they using mostly the original code and the original models and everything, and then just upscaling some stuff like they did with the Tomb Raider remaster? Or are you looking at a full-on remake like Final Fantasy VII, like the Fatal Frame 2 remake, stuff like that? Yeah, remake, remaster, reimagine, those are different. Yeah, it's like a sliding scale, basically, of like where does it land. This mummy likes to move occasionally. What's up, Chief? Wonder what this is. I love this. This is such a stupid fucking thing to put in the game, but they did it anyway. Completely unnecessary. Investigation stalls. Yeah, 2 weeks in, nobody's found anything about this mass disappearance. Many bodies were found on the with their hands covering their face. Expressions blank. Literally expressions blank. Yeah, I think that was the mummy moving. Anyway, we can look in here. I have to add up to 13, and I don't remember how you're supposed to do this, so. So we're at 21. 21. 15. We're at 10. That's it, right? Yeah. For the record, that one is basically just guess. It took me a while to figure out that one just because it was just basically pulling random. Like, yes, you can do the math on it. I'm not saying you can't do the math on it, but it doesn't really help a ton. Yeah, look at that door texture. Did they use the originals or did they rescale them? Did they add, oh, hold on, I gotta pick this up. Oh, it's autosave now when you walk by the lantern. That's nice.
Aru. Okay, got it. No. There's no change in the plan. Bye.
Anyway. That was a weird phone call. Twitch needs to stop requiring scroll wheels to move their menus. I currently cannot move through the channel point menu on computer. Are you on a touchpad? Because you should be able to just two-finger scroll it, I think. Unless their thing's really fucked. Yeah, the controls feel so fucking... Ruka feels like she's controlling okay, I guess. It does feel jank as fuck still. This is gonna be a ghost hand. Nope. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. You can't tell what's gonna be a ghost hand or not before you just reach out because they don't show you the items that you're actually picking up. It's just a glowing dot on the floor. So sometimes you reach out and there's just a ghost there, and sometimes you reach out and there's literally nothing there, and you still pick up an item. Yeah, we'll go to Kagura. Oh, that's a different translation. They didn't give the direct translation. Let me read that again, actually. What button is it? There we go. There's like 3 menus. I hate it. Hate games that do that so much. I'd rather have like a single menu that just takes a while to get through. It's once out every 10 years. Temple of the Lunar Eclipse, that's also different. A maiden known as the Vessel and the 5 girls known as Organs. Yeah, so they just did an actual translation of the words, I think. Which is interesting. I'll take some Type 14 film. Yeah, this controls very strangely. Anyway, so I think that unlocked the top here. Yeah. There's like some very slight differences in how the UI works itself out. Also, I hold on, I have to see. Did they fix the weird jankiness with their fucking stepping? I can't see it. That's disappointing. But yeah, Twitch requiring... them requiring scroll wheels with menus kind of makes sense because they expect everybody's just on, like, a normal computer if they're using the actual Twitch, like, desktop web app. But it's still dumb. I agree. They expect basically everybody else to use the Twitch app, and the Twitch app sucks. Anybody who's used the Twitch app for more than 5 minutes knows that it's terrible. can't even enable two-finger scrolling for some reason. That's weird. If you have to use an app... Well, that really only works on Android. I was gonna say you could probably use Twitch Advanced, but that's also not particularly that's not particularly useful for somebody on an actual PC. I think there is a Twitch, like Windows app that you can download, but I'm not convinced that that's really any better than just being in a... Thanks. I'm not convinced that that's I'm not convinced that that's really any better than just using the web browser. I have the phone app, it's just easier to mod. Yeah, I know. It's much easier to mod when you actually have the web version because the phone version's not very good. Just in general. Note from Madoka, don't look at the face. If you look at the face, you lose it all. Can't see my face. Just like the other two. I missed something over this way, it's okay. He's going over that cliff.
He's going over that cliff.
For the record, this is my setup. I realize that my setup is very good for playing horror games because I just have a bunch of dumb nonsense redeems that completely break any sort of like tension. Ah! Genuine scream of terror. Right, you gotta go in here to get the mask, and then you can go back downstairs, I remember now. Oh, should I take pictures of the Hozuki dolls? It's also just a bunch of shit around here. Type 14 film. It's also, the game's not very consistent about how it does pickups too. Most of the pickups are like reach in and pick them up, but there's some of them that are just not for no discernibly good reason. Hozuki doll vibing. You ever just chill in the potted plant? Saw another one, but I don't think that's another Hozuki doll. These are Hozuki dolls. I didn't find these till like halfway through the game, and I still got half of them in the Wii version. It was kind of funny. If I'm sitting down by myself and not ranting on like a madman on a stream, it's pretty easy for me to just go find them. Boy's Diary, April 6th, rainy day. Found another thing to keep myself for today. To keep for myself today. It's a mask from the dinner hall. They always take me away when I'm not looking. I know that, they always take me away when I'm not looking. That's an odd phrase. They know I don't like it. I have to get the pieces back again. Put the mask I found today under the bed so no one can find it. No one will take it from me this time. If they do, I'll get them. I love this kid's faces, for the record. I'm gonna see if I can get his close-up face, because it's really funny. Hi, buddy. They cleaned you up a good bit. Yeah, fatal frame, there we go. Wraith attacks, you have a chance of capturing a fatal frame. You put the alarm upgrade, it'll go off. Give me a sec, boy. I got something I want to do real quick. Wow, they give you a lot of Type 14 film. I did not realize I had that much already. Alright, turn around. Okay, so you gotta be like really on the ball for this one for some reason. I didn't count? What? Okay, it's actually kind of difficult. It was pretty easy to get decent fatal frames in the original. So that's a change. Alright, we're not gonna fuck around with this kid anymore. Come on. Come here, you little shit. I guess because they changed the way the controls work to some extent, they thought that they could probably just make it easier. Oh, he's doing the thing. You missed. I also missed, but you missed, and that's the important part. Ooh. He's like starting very close to me. Compared to the previous version. There we go. Big old fatal frame. Pointer controllers. I'm genuinely, like, I am of the opinion that the game actually does pretty well on the Wii. For what it is. This isn't right, someone took it down, I'll hurry, I'll start disappearing. Who did it? Give it back. Yeah. Disappearing. There's the mask. Wide face, yeah. It's supposed to be like obscuring their face, but yeah, it is just wide face. I appreciate that. Love me some good wide face. Child Pog, I forget his name. He has a name, like they give him the whole thing. I just don't remember off the top of my head. Ruka, look down, girl. This feels more jank than the Wii version control-wise, and that's kind of surprising. The abused child. Don't worry, they're all that way. At least here. This place is fucked up. But we'll get there. We're not there yet. So now we run all the way down the stairs, through the back of the... through to the other part of the building again. Oh yeah, and you show up, I forgot. This game's easy. It's kind of a vibe though. I think this is a game I like. The gameplay's whatever. It's some bullshit. There's a lot of problems with it. It's kind of just goofy. But I actually don't hate it that much. Yeah, what did they do with the textures, though? That's gonna bug me. Like, some of the textures look pretty decent, but as soon as you get up close, they look really pixelated again. And it makes me think that they just ported over the textures from the Wii version. But, like, it feels kind of like they did... Maybe they didn't do anything to the textures. Like, maybe they upscaled some of the bigger, like, text ones, like the paintings and stuff, and then just left all the other ones. Alright, can't go there. So, go back downstairs. You guys, this is better than Dragon's Dogma 2. You don't need any of that shit. I'm gonna buy some more film here while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, having the, like, autosave function when you run by the lantern is pretty cool. Hopefully it's not as bad as Crimson Butterfly, where they would separate twins and then sew their eyes shut. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Ooh. Don't talk too much about it, though, because I didn't want to play that game. Wait, you can just trade the Hozuki Dolls note for a shit ton of points. Not enough points to buy the item. Oh, it reveals... Okay, my bad, I misread that. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, you can trade more than one. In the original, you just had to, like, spam trade. I'll grab another one of these, but we don't need a ton right now. I don't need to upgrade my lenses right now. Not that I think I have enough to do that. No, all good, man. All good. I didn't say that. I didn't say anything about it beforehand. But yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Genuinely though, I actually do enjoy the story for this game, and I enjoy just the general atmosphere, the aesthetic, the vibes that it goes for. I think it's gorgeous. And that sounds a little weird to say about a game that's supposed to be in a like grimy horror like landscape. I saw the fucking ghost hand out of the corner of my eye and I was like, oh. Ghosts might sometimes just try to fuck with you while you're picking up something that looks like a perfectly normal item. There is no way to tell which one is which. Good luck. But I do genuinely just vibe with this game's aesthetic and the vibe it goes for and everything. And so I probably will try out some more of the PS2 ones in the future. Because they do sound like it. Now that I've played this one, I think I'm going to appreciate the other ones more, although I may get pissed off at them still. And also I can play PS2 games a lot easier than learning how to homebrew my Wii. It's the question mark from Zelda, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that autosave is actually super nice. It's not always the best thing ever, but it is kind of nice to just have that as an option. Yeah, you see what I'm saying with like the camera like twitching around a little bit? That's why I'm kind of wondering if they use the exact same engine and then just change the controls over to something that made more sense for a basic controller layout. But I may be wrong. I'll have to double check what's actually been said about this game, because unfortunately English language stuff about the original is very difficult to come by. There's only a few articles of people talking about it. So hopefully there's a little bit more about this. Masks. Masks do be like that. I don't remember if there's a fight that happens in here immediately after you put the mask down or not. I'm trying to remember stuff I did like last month. Yeah, I'll have to look at some development process stuff for this, but unfortunately it's just difficult to come by development process stuff for this because it is so... like, it's a Japanese development team, right? This is Koei Tecmo. It's just hard to confirm what was and what wasn't, like, done or made, because there's just not that many people talking about it in English. It's usually just interviews with the director. Which, funny story, apparently, Grasshopper, I forget it, it's Grasshopper Industries, I think is the actual name of the company. Suda51's company worked on this game. They did a lot of the mocap stuff, supposedly. The original version, I should say, not the remake. I don't know if they're involved with the remake, but Suda51 did put out a post on Twitter congratulating the team for getting the game released internationally. But I did a bunch of research on like the developers and the directors involved and everything, and it was a massive pain in the ass trying to backtrack everything. I shouldn't say a bunch of research. I did like 2 hours of research. It's not that much research in the grand scheme of things. Hazuki doll. I think there's another one. Maybe I'm getting it mixed up with something else. Guys, we found Madoka. She's okay. You're not staring at her, girl. I love that this is the same thing. Hey. This actually looks really good in game. This is an in-game cutscene. Me. Alright, stand in the center. Come at you from a cardinal direction. Also, the noises are so much louder on the Wii version. It was a pain in the ass to get everything actually, like, sitting right. They changed the reload time on the film, so it's actually a little bit longer. Fuck, I missed the fatal frame chance. That's annoying. Stop coming through bookshelves. That's cringe. Eat fatal frame. I will say the ghosts seem to have a lot less HP, but that may be just due to me using Type 14 film instead of trying to kill them with Type 7 film. Because that was awful in the original. And there's chapter 1 done. Good shit. What time is it? It's about 11. How long have I been going? About an hour 45. Yeah, I might call this one here. It's getting a little bit late, and I do have some stuff I want to do tomorrow, but I'm glad that I finally got started on this. Once again, streaming coming to save my ass by actually motivating me to do stuff. So, I'm glad to have streamed this one. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming all of it, but I'll try and stream some of it when I can and when I feel like it. But for the moment, why don't we just get on over... why don't I just... Yeah, it's like that weird film grain or whatever the hell filter they're putting over top of it. It's just not fucking loading right. Yeah, I'm not doing the Misaki one. It's okay. We'll do this later. Let me out. Let me out. Misaki. Let me out. Come on, girl. I got some notes that I want to write down though. And I will probably just drop stream. Let me see if I can let me see if I can find somebody to raid here in a moment once I can get out of here. Short stream, or shorter stream, I guess. But it was nice to chill with everybody for a little bit. Thank you everybody who stopped by. Let me... Music. And... Screen capture. Alright, let me find somebody to raid real quick. See if there's anybody on. I'm sure somebody is on. There's a shit ton of people on today. Oh, Vortica's on. Playing a blind playthrough of Arena. Oh god. Okay, we're gonna go give Vortica some emotional support here, alright? Everybody be very nice to Vortica, because she's putting herself through a lot of stress right now. Alright. Make sure I've got her name right in here. Yeah. The underscore. Alright, y'all. Go ahead. See Vortica. Be nice to her. Take care of yourselves. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Make sure you get some sleep, get some rest, drink some water. Y'all know the deal. I will be busy with too many hobbies as usual, doing my usual creative nonsense. I'm going to try and get this game done. I'm going to try and get this video at least started. I need to start writing the script, but I got a bunch of research I want to do. I got 2 more games to play after this, so... you guys, take care of yourselves. Y'all know the deal. Alright? And I will catch you next time.